some people starting. This time I'd like to call the October 20th, 2022 regular meeting of the Common Council of the City of Plattsburgh to order at 5 p.m. Please rise and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Carlin, will you please conduct a roll call?
Mayor Rutherford.
Here.
Councilor Canales.
Here.
Councilor Shelley.
Here.
Councilor Gitt. Here. Councilor Talon. Here. Councilor Bob. Here. Councilor Moore.
Here. All councilors have received a copy of the minutes of the October 6th, 2022 regular meeting. If there are no additions, deletions, or corrections, I'll now entertain a motion to accept the minutes as presented. Motion by Councilor Canales, second by Councilor Bob. Any changes, deletions, or corrections? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I'll now recognize those in the audience who wish to share their thoughts and concerns with the council on any topic. Please come to the podium to be acknowledged. When called upon, we do ask that you please state your legal name and address for the record. And in accordance with the organizational rule of order, all speakers will be given 5 minutes to address the council. All right, seeing none, we will now go on to committee reports. Each standing committee is chaired by a councilor, and I will call upon the chairperson of each committee, starting with City Operations Council.
We did not have a meeting this month, so there's nothing to report for now.
Finance and Economic Development, we did have a meeting, it was shifted. We think, how many items on tonight's agenda? Item 7.205 through 7.209 is on the agenda for the council's consideration. City Infrastructure Council.
Not a lot to report. We moved a couple items to the general meetings. He voted on this week.
Public Safety Council Canales.
Couple of things to be voted on tonight, push up from the public safety side.
Liaison reports, Plattsburgh Public Library, Councilor Town.
Well, the meeting is going to be next week, and I just wanted to say thank you to the public library for holding the shorts for the event that we had on Saturday.
Plattsburgh Municipality Department, Councilor Gibbs.
No update.
Mr. Schneller, any staff reports?
No, thanks.
There are no special committee reports. I will report that the council has approved the payrolls of the various city departments of the city of Plattsburgh for the week ending October 19th, 2022, in the amount of $567,200.07. I'll also report that the council approved the bills audited by the Common Council for the week ending October 14th, 2022, in the amount of $1,999,447.0. And October 21st, 2022, in the amount of $1,683,184.91. Before voting on the following resolutions, I will note that the majority of these resolutions have been thoroughly discussed by the appropriate committees and department heads. We're now taking action on these items in large part due to the recommendations of those committees. Ms. Carlin, will you please conduct the title? Will you please read the titles of the resolutions to be acted upon?
Item 7.205, authorize no cost extension of CBR LF Phase 3 consulting services agreement with Ann Hall.
Motion, Councilor Bob, second by Councilor Canal. Discussion.
It says at no cost. Is that part of the original grant or something that we got to do? Or money that we had to do that?
Well, we had money that was in the fund allocated for this work. I think we still have a little bit of money left in for consulting services. However, this extension is not to be charged against that amount.
It isn't additive.
Sorry,
It isn't additive. It's part of the original.
correct. This is the work that,
Extra cost.
right, the work that she's doing is not part of the original scope of work. It's being added, but it's not being charged against that amount that was made available.
Very good.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Councilor Canales.
Yes.
Councilor Kelly.
Yes.
Councilor Gitt.
Yes.
Councilor Talon.
Yes.
Councilor Bob.
Yes.
Councilor Moore.
Yes.
Carried.
Item 7.206, authorize revising capital project H5110.85, 2022 public service building.
Motion, Councilor Canal, second. Councilor Kelly, discussion. Roll call.
Councilor Canales.
Yes.
Councilor Kelly.
Yes.
Councilor Gitt. No. Councilor Talon.
Yes.
Councilor Bob.
Yes.
Councilor Moore.
Yes.
Carried.
Item 7.207, authorize AEDA design and project management service agreement for City Hall roof replacement.
Motion by Councilor Bob, second, Councilor Canales, discussion.
Well, I just wanted to make a comment that, you know, these are very needed items that have been neglected for a long time. But I guess I'm gonna bring this up later in another area, but, you know, we should be putting money aside for repairs and maintenance. I know we never have in the past, and it's really a bad idea, especially with the cost of borrowing money going up. You know, we should make sure that we have the money to maintain what we have versus waiting until things stay up. But anyway, these are necessary items. I know the stairs are a lot, and then the roof is leaking, we can't neglect it. We should be planning ahead for some of these things.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Council Canales?
Yes.
Council Kelly?
Yes.
Council Gibbs? No. Council Talon?
Yes.
Council Bob? Yes. Council Moore?
Yes,
Carried.
Item 7.208, award independent auditing services for the city of Plattsburgh.
Motion, Councilor Canales, second by Councilor Bob, discussion. Roll call.
Council Canales?
Yes.
Council Kelly?
Yes.
Council Gibbs? Yes. Council Talon?
Yes.
Council Bob? Yes. Council Moore?
Carried.
Item 7.209, authorizing bond issuance to pay for the cost of replacing the city hall roof and the city hall stairs.
Motion, Councilor Bob, second by Councilor Canales, discussion. Roll call.
Council Canales?
Yes.
Council Kelly?
Yes.
Council Gibbs? No. Council Talon?
Yes.
Council Bob? Yes. Council Moore?
yes,
Carried.
Item 7.210, approve contract with Elmore SPCA for dog control services for stray and evaded dogs.
Motion by Councilor Bob, second by Councilor Canales, discussion. Roll call.
Council Canales?
Yes.
Council Kelly?
Yes.
Council Gibbs? Yes. Council Talon?
Yes.
Council Bob? Yes. Council Moore?
yes,
Carried.
Item 7.211, authorize travel effect.
Motion, Councilor Bob, second by Councilor Canales, discussion. Roll call.
Council Canales?
Yes.
Council Kelly?
Yes.
Council Gibbs?
Yes.
Council Talon? Yes. Council Bob? Yes. Council Moore?
yes,
Carried.
Item 7.212, authorizing revising capital project H5110.92, 2022 equipment purchase for.
Motion by Councilor Canales, second, Councilor Bob, discussion.
yeah, this is where I'd like to mention, you know, on a smaller expenses like this, on where goods and apartments. We should be putting money aside. We should have money like a capital reserve to pay for these sort of things, and it should come out of the department budget. You know, if we rely on borrowing as much as we have been, we're going to end up paying because the interest rates are going up. And it's going to add a lot of cost to some of these things that we know are going to fail at some point. Stop air packs need to be replaced every 20 years or so. I don't know, correct me on that. Okay, so I remember we had to do this in other places, and we really should put money aside for these things. It costs, you know, $15,000 a year in the budget to cover the entire cost of this. So I think we should take this out of the general fund, but that's just my opinion. And in the future, we should put aside money for these things.
I agree with you, Council Moore. I think, I believe that we currently have about $7 million in cash, you know, smaller items like this could easily be paid for out of that. I think we did that last year. Yeah.
Yeah, some of the kiosks, I mean, sorry, some of the kiosks, the parking kiosks we did, and some of the vehicles we also did.
So we paid cash.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that either. I think that's a wonderful idea. And in fact, if there's some way we can modify this tonight to make that happen, I would.
So there's
very
two,
much in favor of it.
thank you, councilors, there are two items, the 7.212 is a change to the capital project, that is not a spending resolution. So this is simply a change to the costs of the capital, item. So that this would pass as is, without any spending attached to it. The second follow-up item is 7.213, which is the approval for the bond issuance that would be withdrawn. And a different spending resolution would be added, in the very near future to, Sorry, one moment. I stand corrected. This item would approve the spending of the general fund monies, which it does at the second bullet point down here. The 7213 is the bond issuance that would back up that amount spent. So what I would recommend is move forward with 7212, which would spend money from the general fund for this item. So withdraw 7213 when it comes to the.
It does say in item number 2 at the bottom, it says that an advance from the general fund to be refunded by the fiscal year end through the issuance of serial bonds or bond anticipation.
Sure.
Can we strike that?
To make a motion to strike.
Motion on the table, second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. There is a question on 47212 as amended. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Canal?
Yes.
Counselor Kelly?
Yes.
Counselor Gibbs?
Yes.
Counselor Talon?
Yes.
Counselor Bob? Yes. Counselor Moore?
Yes,
Carried. 7213, motion to withdraw. Councilor Gibbs, second by Councilor Canal. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Item 7.214, mayoral appointment to City of Plattsburgh Climate Task Force.
Motion by Councilor Gibbs, second by Councilor Talon. Discussion.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, thank you for doing this. She's been coming to our meetings. And she's very actively engaged. And I think she's bringing a really unique perspective to our climate task force. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's fantastic. She'll do a great addition.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Thanks for the recommendation. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
who is it?
Emma Stewart?
August, okay. Audra O'Shea is the woman that we appointed.
Who is that?
Audra O'Shea.
She's a fantastic help for the event on Saturday.
Yeah, I couldn't open that for some reason. in my-
Oh, I'm sorry. 214. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind.
Yeah, I couldn't open that for some reason. It's, you know, it's the paperwork. It's I couldn't open it.
7.215, authorizing the mayor and city chamberlain to sign deed for vacant real property identified as tax map number 207.11-1-22.
Motion. Councilor Canal, second. Councilor Bob, discussion.
What is this? I did not read this.
It's a foreclosure approval for foreclosure for a small parcel of property that's essentially a driveway that has been in arrears for how long?
A couple of years, but
Couple years.
16 inches of party didn't get back. It's a strip of land
Yeah.
along the railroad tracks.
Right, it's the
Nobody wants it.
on the point in Avenue.
And the foreclosure was already granted by the counties or the Supreme Court, and it's just a matter of finalizing the process to allow Griffith and Chamberlain to deed property over the city, so we can dispose of it or keep it or what we want.
How much property is that? How much property is it?
It-
How much property is it?
320 feet long by about 10 feet wide.
Yeah, it's
So not really usable.
it quite literally the driveway into the back of Garen Auto Sports. Is it right next to Garen Auto Sports?
It's just past Kenny Drugs.
Yeah.
Going down the back road there where all the little shops are, and it's across there, right away there. It borders the railroad property.
Yeah.
So. If there's someone interested in buying it, so.
Yes.
I think
Well, it's like I said, it's a driveway to a number of buildings off of Main. And I think we do have somebody who is interested. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Canal?
Yeah.
Counselor Kelly?
Yes.
Counselor Gibbs?
Yes.
Counselor Talon? Yes. Counselor Bob?
Yes.
Counselor Moore?
Yes,
Okay.
Item 7.216, budget adjustments, general fund, chemicals, water filtration, and water resource recovery facility.
Motion, Councilor Bob, second by Councilor Canal, discussion. Roll call.
Counselor Canal?
Yes.
Counselor Kelly?
Yeah.
Counselor Gibbs?
Yes.
Counselor Talon? Yes. Counselor Bob? Yes. Counselor Moore?
yeah,
Carried. Any, there's no request to go to executive session tonight. Is there any new business to come before this council?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all the help that we've had from the city for the event on Saturday, the friendly conversations at the climate. I want to thank DPW for delivering the tables and chairs. I want to thank City of Plattsburgh for the use of the Green Street building. It was a fantastic beginning to the work that we want to do to educate the public on how to be more climate smart. So thank you, everybody.
Great, thank you. If there's nothing else, to come before this council, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Council Canal, second by Councilor Gibbs, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.